Looking for sick merch? Well, MTGGoldfishMerch.com's got you. With this tee, remind everyone misery is back.
This programming is rated R for rad. This content's only for serial chillers. If my decks or playstyle makes you mad, haters can stay mad and touch grass. Salty Gamers requires accompanying parent or adult. Yo, what's up? This video's been brought to you by Card Kingdom. Welcome back to the episode of Single Scoop. This week, we're going to get pretty aggressive and we're going to do a lot of self-discarding. And thanks to Shadow of the Goblin or Quint's Insight, aka the Arena counterpart, which reads, at the beginning of your first main phase, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. Now, I think this card is actually way better than we're giving it credit for and is going to be a role player in the future of Standard. And with all the lands that we can get and all the discarding we can do, I'm sure there's a lot of value to get from this card. And one of those main value pieces is Carnage Crimson Chaos, or its Arena counterpart, Desecrix Gift of Servitude, which, by the way, the symbiotes on Arena kind of look like Silent Hill creatures, or maybe even Resident Evil. Either way, the main point of Crimson Chaos, or Carnage, is that when Carnage enters, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains this creature attacks each combat if able, and when this creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it. But it itself has Mayhem for black and a red. So with all the discard we can do for ourselves, we can probably more often than not get this as a just 2 mana 4/3 with trample that'll bring back another body. I think this card is a lot better than we're also giving it credit for, especially in Standard. So what are some of the cheap things we're going to be playing? We've got Stalactite Stalker, which is going to have Descend, and it's going to get a 1/1 counter at the end of each turn if we've descended. We pay 3, sack it, and then target creature gets -XX, where X is its power. Combine that with the other 1-drop in red we've got, which is Marauding Mako. With all this discard, again, all these creatures are just going to keep growing. We're going to get very, very big 1-drop creatures pretty quick. Combine that with, of course, Inti Seneskull of the Sun. This is one of the first cards that I was really excited to play with when I saw a lot of Mayhem stuff, as when you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. So combine that with, of course, Quint's Insight or whatever, Shadow of the Goblin, all the self-discard. Inti can probably proc and is probably one of the better cards in our deck here. And then, of course, we've got Alesha, who laughs at fate. 1 black and a red, first strike when she attacks, or when they attack. Put a 1/1 counter on Alesha and raid at the beginning of your end step. If you've attacked with a creature this turn, you get to go ahead and return a target creature card with mana value less than or equal to Alesha's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. As we don't really have anything above 2, and definitely not above, really 3 outside of, Carnage, we are able to just constantly recycle through our graveyard, our deck, and hopefully we just dodge all the graveyard hate, get hyper aggro with these really big, cheap bodies, and then just keep our self-discard engine going, and Alesha can just retreat whatever we throw away. So let's see how we do on the ladder. Ooh, none of the 1-drops I want are here, but I go first, so let's do it. I think this is actually a really bad, hand, because I just don't do enough early on, but uh-oh. Luna, hello. Hi, Luna. As per always, Kitty has returned. I have no idea what I'm discarding, so I'm just going to discard this land. Okay, cool. I drew another land anyways. Perfect. They're blue and white, so there's a good chance they're a control deck, right? I am a little bit worried about something like Star Cage, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if they have a counterspell. If they do let this resolve, it tells me that they do have, a Star Cage. They're just waiting to see if I can... Ah, yes, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and pass. I'm going to go ahead and just see how far we get on the back of this fear of missing out here. If they just 1-for-1, remove fear of missing out with Star Cage, I think I'm okay with that. All right, cool. They're choosing to stock up here. So I got to play around a board wipe of some sort, right? Yes. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead and swing. I'm going to discard the Strategic Betrayal because it has no applications in this matchup. All right, cool. And then I'm going to just go ahead and pass. Now, I assume this is going to get board wiped pretty hard here, but, what are you going to do? Overlord of the Mistmoors, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just cycle. All right, cool. I hit double land on this. That's kind of sick. All right. Let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and throw away Desecrix. Sure. Draw another card. Draw another card. Let's go ahead now and move to combat. I do not mind however they choose to do this because, like, I could just play Desecrix and get back whoever I want. Sure, let's go ahead and just pump the big man here, aka fear of missing out. I assume this is leading into a board wipe. So I'm going to go ahead and just play said creature. Let's just get another thing online for them to board wipe away here, because I think they do have it. Outside of all of this, though, I need to get some more permanents. I have sorcery or sorcery creature land, right? Oh, they didn't have anything? That's wild. This hand seems absurd, right? I've got the 1, right, 2, and the 3 curve here. Lock it in. I mean, play Mako, right? Oh my god, I almost skipped my turn here. Oh, the comments would have definitely never stopped roasting me for that one. It would totally be warranted, by the way. I'm going to just go ahead and play Inti here. I think Inti's really good. I'll throw away the Rock Curse Rakshasa. All right, that'll double grow the Mako. Oh, no. Well, that's the curse of having an Inti, right? Sometimes you exile what you want. Who knows? Okay, so they're probably going to answer something. I'll get rid of Inti. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and play Tursa. Drew a card, thankfully. Let's swing 7. So now it's up to them what they want to get rid of. I mean, if I draw another land, we're definitely going to Windmill Slam Quint's Insight, a.k.a. Shadow of a Goblin. I think this card is, like, quietly a super solid discard enabler. I mean, there's got to be some kind of removal here. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just discard. Let's see what else I could find. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted, but I got a 3rd type into the graveyard, right? And now I have an instant, so I guess I can shock something if need be. Cool, cool. Interesting. So, okay, bargain. I can sack an artifact, enchantment, or token. Doesn't matter. They've conceded. You know what? I'll try this. I think Quint's Insight is such a solid setup piece that it's worth it. All right, it's a land. Ooh. All right, well, I'm going to just go ahead and play Quint's Insight. All right, Prophetic Memory seems solid. Do I want to actually discard anything? Yeah, why not? Draw another card. I'm actually going to go ahead and lead with Alesha here. Alesha makes so they shock it or whatever, that's fine. But it makes them spend mana on their turn to answer me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then I'm going to go ahead and swing. Get 3 damage in. Let's bring back Mako. So now we have a little friendly shark. Okay, so they've abraded my Alesha. Not the end, though. Okay, now it's the end. Because they have the Cauldron. Unless I kill them fast enough. This is interesting. Let me just go ahead and throw away a card here. Ooh, nice. Let's deal 1 to the opponent's face. That actually worked. I'm surprised, considering they had a Cauldron. Let me see. So what are they putting down on the board here? Okay. What can I sacrifice in response? You may sack an artifact, enchantment, or a token to cast this. Okay. Sure. That's interesting as well. All right, let's just keep drawing cards. Let's see what I can find. I guess I just gotta keep firing off spells. Oh, that is a little problematic, but that's fine. Let's go for it. Yep, seems good. They've exiled my Alesha. Nice, so I'll just get to deal 2 damage. Have just enough, like, to assign a little more damage over. Exile that Vivi as well. Love that. Do I even want this hand? I don't do anything for quite some time. I think I got to mulligan that one. That hand is too loose. Okay. This hand I can get down with. Let me see. What do I want to get rid of? My red source? You know what? Yeah. I think this is fine. I'll get rid of a land and let's see if I regret it. Okay. They mulligan down to 5. All right, they're blue and black. There's a strong chance. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So they might be like demon or some kind of control deck of some sort. What do I want to do? I could go ahead. Nah, there's no reason to play Inti now. All right. I'm going to just pay a red. Let's see what you got for me. Am I going to regret throwing away Strategic Betrayal? Potentially. But that's fine. Whatever. Wait. Oh, I didn't discard a permanent. That's right. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Okay. Sure. Let's see how this plays. All right. I'm going to discard a card. I think I'm going to try to just focus on growing FOMO here. Because FOMO at least can't get -2, -2'd. Stalactite Stalker would get removed no matter what. Oh, baby. Okay. I'm going to throw away Strategic Betrayal. Okay, what do you got for me? A land, finally. Unfortunately, it'll enter tapped. So what are they doing over there? Star charts. You got it. Can I get around... What stuff do they have in their yard? So that's 7, that's 9. So they can easily cast Deadly Cover up here. I am unfortunately behind a land, so I'm a little stuck in that department, but... Okay. Intimidation tactics. Nah, that's brutal. It's Desecrex. There's no other discussion. Although, whatever the MTG symbiote is, it's kind of cool. They look a little bit like Silent Hill creatures, so pretty rad if I do say so myself. Let me see something. So I have sorcery. Okay, I'll go ahead and swing. Let's see what they say about that. Consult the star charts. You got it. Well, I don't really have a reason to do anything other than pass, right? Like, what is the purpose of me casting into some board wipe? So, I guess this also doesn't really matter as well. So, they might just destroy my board and then loop everything. Let me see. What can I do here? So, I've definitely got more than enough stuff. Okay. So, I'm dead no matter how this plays out. Because if they have their... artifact, I've already got 28 cards in my graveyard. So, Singularity Rupture again. Ooh. Okay. And now we just play another body. Can they board wipe me 3 times in a row? The answer is yes. Yes, they can. Good game. I've got all the discard pieces online here. So, you know what? Lock it in. I've got interaction as well. See if I can actually win this game here. I do have a little bit of a slower start. You know, for a deck that has 8 1-drops, I don't see my 1-drops all that often. Maybe I should be mulliganing to them. Nah, that couldn't be it. Okay. Well, there's a 1-drop. What can I draw? There is a world where I should be taking Quint's or playing Quint's Insight to set up. All right, let's see what control deck they're on here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try for this now. Will this resolve? Okay, so that resolved, meaning that I can actually potentially get around a Starcade here, because they're not going to Starcade just a FOMO. Now, they could cast Get Lost on Quint's Insight, but that's fine. Okay, that seems good to me. I'll take it. So that's an enchantment and a creature in my graveyard. Jeskai. It looks like it's Jeskai control, potentially. Let's get a little more value out of this. Nice. I drew a land. I guess this is the same. Pay 2 life. What are they going to do? Are they going to counter me here? Let's find out, because I'm going to make them have it every time. All right. I got to have it. The only creature I can get back is my Stalactite Stalker, so Day of Judgment here is not the end of the world because I would just get back Alesha here. Okay, it's fine with me. Yeah, this is actually even better. Let's keep drawing here. And now I'll go ahead and bring back... Let me see. What do I want to bring back? Alesha? Yeah, sure. I'll bring back Alesha. What do I want to keep around? That dies to a lot of things, but FOMO... You know what? That's fine. Perfect. Got a land out of it, meaning that I couldn't possibly draw more lands, right? Okay. Opponent is setting up to do some Shiko stuff, potentially. Beza, yeah, you got it. Ooh, somehow I've drawn more cards than them. You know what? I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard here. Has to attack. Let me read something. Okay, so I got to make sure I read Carnage right. From the graveyard, this creature attacks each combat if able, and when this creature deals damage to a player, sacrifice it. And then now I pass. This will allow me to get FOMO back, huh? That's not bad at all. I'll take it. Sweet. So now I've got 2 FOMOs on the board. So now it puts them in a position where they probably need a board wipe. They also should have let Alesha connect, because then Alesha would just, you know, nuke herself there. All right, there's Day of Judgment, naturally. Let's see what happens next. They're going to shock in a land. This tells me that they've definitely got some funny business going on. What am I afraid of here? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just play Desacrix. What do you got for me? Go ahead and just reanimate FOMO again. All right, sweet. That did a whole lot of nothing. I'll go ahead and just play another body. Okay, they're going to board wipe me again. Okay, consult the stars. They're definitely digging. They can definitely find a board wipe now, right? 2 Day of Judgments. Pretty good. Shiko here is also super solid. Gets them a get lost again. Whoo! Yeah, you know, that was a hard one. That one was... Okay, can I get something going now? Ooh, nice. Okay, hold on. What's in my graveyard? I'm going to swing. Yes, I will keep Tursa on top. I didn't even get to play my 2-drop. Oops. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'll swing. I swung. This gets me a card back. All right, I'll get back Inti. Stock up, meaning they probably get more removal. I need to find any of my Bitter Triumphs here to get rid of the Hornlock Whale. Now, they could just get a board wipe, and that's that. Can't really stop that there. Otherwise, I mean, it could have been... No. Because Inti... Oh, Soul Guide Lantern, sure. They can exile my graveyard here. This is pretty solid. But on the brighter side, I do get to trigger my Inti anyways, unless they find an answer. So, have fun. They want to probably just remove my entire graveyard. I can exile your graveyard too, you big meanie. Yes. I'm going to give that to Inti, the counter. Sure. I guess I'll play the land because there's no reason not to. Let's get another black mana. I'm down to 3, or they're down to 3. They could probably either draw a card here or exile my graveyard, up to them. They probably want to keep it up for right now. Ho, 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 ho. Beza is such a good draw here. Oh my god. Yeah, that's nice. That's super nice. Okay. Here's what I've got to do. I've got to just hope that I find something here. All right, let's see how much they'll leave up that Soul Guide Lantern. I think it might start spiraling out of control here, though. Because, I mean, actually, no, I exiled their yard. So, once they draw Shiko, it's not as terrible. Uh-oh, that's a problem. That is interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's so bad for me. Oh, nice. I'm going to pass. All right, I'll go ahead and discard. Cool, love that. Yeah, I'll throw away another creature. Play that land. That'll deal my opponent 2. I'm going to cast the Grab the Prize, which will then deal my opponent 2. Quinn's Insight will deal a ton of damage as well. Oh, that's so good. I'll discard a card. I mean, they may have, I don't know, some life gain here real quick, like a Lightning Helix. Good game. Wow, that was close. Oh my god, I got my 1-drop. Lock that into. Yeah. I'll go ahead and shock this multiversal passage in. Let's play Stalactite Stalker. That's going to be a good one to hit. Then we're going to go ahead and play FOMO. That'll ditch Stalactite Stalker. Then hopefully we get to go ahead and get Alesha to bring back one of my Stalactite Stalkers. Llanowar Elves? Hold on. That's really good, though. Llanowar Elves is a really good Magic card. Huh. What do you know? All right, and I go for 1. Here's to hoping that they don't have anything to follow this up with too nasty. All right, so there's some form of a Naya deck. So I probably should be afraid of this. When else am I going to get a better chance to do this? I'll swing. Maybe they'll do some silly blocks or something like that. Okay. Now I can go ahead and try to play Tursa. Oh, unless they got Terror of the Peaks. Hold the phone. My bad. I didn't know you rolled like that. So if that's the case, let's try this. Please block Alesha. Wait, I only need to give it -1, right? Because then it'll have first strike. So, sure. Perfect, because Alesha's got first strike. We love to see it. Boom, boom. All my Stalactite Stalkers are growing. We love that. The army of little goblin rogues popping off. Oh, no. I am not having an okay time. I think the opponent might hurt me here. Hold the phone. That's kind of brutal. You know what? Here I go. Oh, I needed mana. Oh, they're at 1. This is so bad. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I probably got to have a body back. One that can block, so sure. Not this again. Oh, they just hit a Lumra. They did hit a Lumra. Oh, that's so bad for me. And then a 9/9 haste. I got a block. Okay, thank you. Nice. I actually got there. This is an absolutely beautiful hand, assuming my opponent doesn't interact with me. Okay. They may not interact with me because they may just stomp me in, but, you know, we're going to find out right now. Because if I go with Quinn's Insight turn 2, that's also pretty big. Not Paw Patch Recruit, the sequel. I mean, I'll block, right? Let's see what happens here. They trample over 1. I'd rather that every step of the way. I'll just go ahead and play my little shark friend and pass again. This does matter. And then now I'll just go ahead and deal 2 here so that I don't have to worry about Ouroboros. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play Alesha. Perfect. Seems good to me. Warden of the Grove, pop off. Ooh, that's a nice one. Okay, let's go. Okay. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to sacrifice something pretty soon. But we'll find out. If they play Ouroboros, I'm probably going to sack Quinn's Insight. Yeah, okay. So I will deal 3 damage. Gotta get rid of Uroboroid right now. Oh, that's pretty good as well, isn't it? But that's not enough to make me want to do anything, so I'll go ahead and pass. You got it, opponent. Have at it. I'm going to swing. I'm going to discard the Desacrix. I'm going to pump Alesha. And then now I'm going to go ahead and play Stalactite Stalker. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to go ahead and return the Desacrix, which will then bring back the other Marauding Mako. All right, Warden of the Grove. What are you going to do now? They get to endure equal to the number of stuff you've got. That's fine with me. You've got this Llanowar Elf that's going to double endure. Is this about to be the buffest, like the most disgustingly buff Llanowar Elf I've ever seen? No. All right, they've gone wide. Respectable. Respectable. I'm going to discard a card. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Aha. So I can actually kill something here. That feels pretty good. I'm going to pop, and I'm going to go ahead and shrink down our little friend here. Warden of the Grove. Boom, boom. Deal a ton of damage all over again. Let's return something. You'll never guess what. We're returning Desacrix, which will then return Inti. Perfect. We're so back. All right, Hemosymbic Might. Solid. Now they've given it +4/+4. It hasn't found a way to become tapped yet, thankfully. I'm going to discard, per the usual. All right, perfect. Oh, that's wild. They're just going to let me go. I don't know if they know that I have trample. I don't think they do. All right. GG's. I do not think they would have done that if they knew I had trample. Oh, who, me? Having a 1-drop this early in the game? Don't mind if I do. All right, Stalactite Stalker. Now, I do think I want to go with Quint's Insight first. What in the world? The beginning of every sim, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless permanent enter the battlefield face down under your control this turn. Turn face up. Oh, well, I'm sure they probably didn't mean to discard that Abhorrent Oculus. That would just be a shame, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and play it on a red. Pay 2 life. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to just go swing. Pass. I'm sure there are no bad ways for... Oh, mother of God. They are growing dread on me. Yep. That tells me everything I need to know about where this is all going. All right. They drew a card. We love that. We don't. Oh, that's so sick. Okay. Can I have this? Cool. Can I have a FOMO? I will not discard the Rot Curse Rakshasa yet. Just because I think there's still a lot of benefit of holding that as hidden information until my upkeep. Then I can discard, and they may make silly attacks depending on that, right? So, something of mine's probably getting bounced. Oh, wow. Wow, bouncing back helping hand. That's pretty good here, actually. So, do they have a white source? I'm hoping not. Because right now, they need white mana. Real bad. But they may already have it. Who knows? Sure? Wait, yeah, it's a 2/3. Why didn't I just block that? I don't know. Okay. See if I can draw another card that's really good here. Holy cow, that's good here. You know what? Here I go. All right. Let's see what happens. I get my little shark friend back. That feels pretty good. Oh, man, they're just passing. Okay. They are so stuck on white. Wow. Yeah, I think I would have lost this game if they had hit their colors. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Check out the Simic aggro deck that uses Jackal Genius Geneticist, which will clone all of your little guys and then pretty much help you go wide and get aggressive and, well, in Simic.